How's it going, everybody? In this video, we are going to talk about and explain how the mechanics and physics of airplanes absolutely debunk the idea that the Earth is round. Okay, let's get into this. And by the way, they're called airplanes because the physics and mechanics of them only work over a plane, a flat plane. Okay. Okay, the globe has a circumference of 25,000 miles. Okay, that means that in 25,000 miles, it makes a perfect circle. Okay, in just 60 miles, the globe has curved 2,500 feet. Okay, a pilot can fly an airplane 60 miles in about 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so the common thing to explain for this is that, hey, gravity is pulling the plane to the ground. But let me ask you this: what is gravity's actual effect on a plane flying, maintaining altitude? The plane is flying; it's maintaining altitude. Gravity is its effect is zero on the plane because of the mechanics of the plane. The engines and the wings are pushing against it, basically taking it out of the equation. The thing is, no pilot anywhere or has ever had to dip the nose of the plane down to stay around the curving surface, okay? If a plane is flying in a straight line over a curving surface, that plane would eventually start gaining altitude as it shoots off over the curvature. So let's run a little experiment here, okay? Let's say we are on the back of an open moving semi truck, okay? And we're traveling down the road at 50 miles an hour. We have a remote control helicopter on the back of our semi truck with us, and we fly this helicopter straight up into the air. That helicopter will also be moving at 50 miles an hour. But for how long? The helicopter is no longer attached to the truck, which is the thing that is moving at 50 miles an hour. The helicopter will start slowing down immediately, and in about 30 seconds, it'll be stopped over the middle of the road. So how is it reasonable to assume that an airplane leaving the ground that is moving at, say, 500 miles an hour can stay suspended in the air for 10 plus hours, and yet after 10 hours of being suspended in the air, it is still relative to the ground that it left? And by the way, the Earth spins at different speeds, from anywhere from 1,000 miles an hour to 0 miles an hour, depending on how far away from the equator you are. Okay, so if the plane is leaving the equator where the ground is moving at 1,000 miles an hour, and now it's trying to land at Los Angeles where the ground is moving at 500 miles an hour, that doesn't make sense. How is the plane still relative to the moving ground after it's been suspended in the air for that long? So if you look up any and all airplane flight paths, right? They all are kind of like the shape of a rainbow. They're all kind of like, curved, okay? And why is that? Why exactly does a flight going from New York to England have to go all the way up into Greenland and then come down? Well, the answer is because those are all straight lines on a flat Earth. They're all straight lines, okay? The fastest way to any destination, okay? This is looking at everything reasonable, okay? And not looking for excuses to make things fit. This is objectively looking at what we experience and applying it to reality, rather than looking at something and forcing it to fit in the way our hypothesis has been believed. When things happen that do not match our hypothesis, we're forced to change it. But the thing is, the reason why we do not question these things, why we don't even think to question these things, is because we don't see anyone else being skeptical of these things, especially not an authoritative figure. And almost everyone is in agreement that, hey, this makes perfect sense and it works. But is there an explanation that explains it even better? because the way airplanes work make perfect sense over a flat Earth in every way. But there's a lot of contradicting things that happen in reality that don't really make sense on a globe, such as everything we just talked about. So, anyways, if you have a rebuttal, shoot your comment in the comments. And if you like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment. See you guys next time. Bye.